What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the second podcast on the Fishing with Carson channel. Special guests Jacob Eccles and Caleb Irwin are joining me today, so I'm super excited about that. But before we dive into all that, thank you guys so much for joining me on the podcast. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. We actually got awesome feedback from the first podcast. Everybody loved it, and it's actually one of my most viewed videos in only a week. So good work on that. And this one's going to be way better than that other one now that we got the Eckman and the Erman.
Let's go.
Yep, the people can hear you. Let's go. But before we dive into that, I asked you guys last podcast to leave some comments down below and what you wanted to hear and like questions that you had for me. So I'm going to start out just with a few of those questions, and then we're going to have you meet Jake Eccles and my boy So one of the first questions was, and this is, I don't know, there was a very slim chance that this was ever going to happen. But the question was, am I playing football next year? But I'm definitely not playing football next year. There was the slightest chance that if I missed football enough that I would have maybe tried out for the team or wanted to transfer. But by no means, I love college, love what I'm doing. And I think and Eccles would agree that you can't really manage engineering workload and a sports workload at the same time. So I'm just trying to survive engineering, and so definitely not playing football. But that leads right into the next question. Am I playing intramural sports? And actually, yes, we are. Me and Eccles have been tearing it up in the intramurals lately. We started with some 4v4 football, flag football, and we actually went to the championship, but unfortunately we took the L in the ship in overtime by only 1 point. But it was it was super fun. And then we also played intramural basketball, made a video about that, and if you haven't seen that, I'll maybe link it at the top of the screen right here. And the last question was, is my curly hair tough to upkeep? Like, do I have to do a lot to it? Which is a great question, but I actually don't have to do anything to my hair. All I do is shower and then towel dry that sucker, and I'm good. So those were the only questions. Again, if you have any questions and comments and what like type of podcast you want us to do, make sure to leave that in the comments. But enough of that. We're going to dive right into our special guest. We got my boy, Jake Eccles. Jake, say hi to the pod.
How are you doing? It's
yes,
a privilege
sir.
To be on the pod.
Yes, sir. But if you guys don't know, Jake is my roommate, and he's one of my best friends. We grew up together in high school and just have always played the sports together. And he was our high school quarterback, which we'll definitely dive into football stories later. And then we got the Man, who is on my computer screen, and I'll definitely put him up on the screen. What's up,
What's going on, guys?
Yes, sir. And if you guys don't know, the Man, he's one of my best friends, too. He's over at OSU. And one of the good questions that I got on my Instagram story was from Sarah. And Sarah said, what is it like rooming with one of your best friends at OU? And what's it like keeping in touch with one of your other best friends who's far away? So, what do you think? How has that been, like, the dynamic with, like, our friendship and, like, you being far away and us being here at OU?
Definitely tough. I'd say the first semester, Jake can vouch for this. We were going home a lot.
Right.
So, there would be like a week, 2 weeks max we weren't seeing each other. But definitely this semester, it was, I've seen Jake, once. I've seen you, Carson. I don't even think I've seen you yet.
I haven't even, seen you.
First semester, and I didn't see you much first semester because it didn't work. I would come to OU whenever you'd go.
Right, I know. It just kind of happened.
We've seen each other a lot, but.
Sleep in my bed.
Yeah, I did sleep in your bed. It's comfy. But it's not horrible. It's pretty easy you can FaceTime each other every day. It's not that rough.
Right.
I think just getting used to everything, like the first year too, it's like.
Yeah, getting settled in.
Right, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
You're more focused on classes than you are, like, keeping your connections. But the one thing I'd say, like, us three have such a good relationship with each other. It's not, like, awkward by any means. Like, when we do see each other again, like, it's that same old friendship.
Everything's
And
normal.
honestly, you do a good job, just like randomly FaceTiming me or randomly texting me and just like.
I'm always, if you know me, you get a random FaceTime call at like 2:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah, but I like it. I like it. But yeah, that was a good question by Sarah. It's definitely tough because I would love for to be here with me and Ek. That would be kind of sick, actually.
I don't think it would work out too well.
Yeah, I think we'd kick you out the room. Yeah. But okay. I think we need to
question,
address
Sarah.
the elephant in the room here, though. What happened to your hair, bruh?
Yeah.
What'd
Dude,
you
we went to
do?
bed.
Like, how did this happen? Like, you're looking
was
cute,
just getting-
though. You're looking cute.
It was getting too long, man. You had to buzz it.
Dude, I like it. What
green, though.
what was your reaction? What was like reactions from your friends and like your family and things like that? Like, do they like it?
Definitely. I haven't really heard any complaints. I mean, I didn't really have anyone to impress, which was good. The only
ladies
thing
in
is
your
like
life?
it's a split between what'd you say?
No ladies in your life to impress?
No ladies.
Dang.
We're on a
Wow.
like year and a half hiatus.
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah. So you're taking a
Yeah.
break from the women, man, right?
Women, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the only thing is people just keep debating if I look younger or older. So what's your guys' take? It's split down the middle.
I don't know.
I guess I haven't thought about it. You look a
'Cause
little.
everyone keeps telling me I
I
look
need to
older.
see you in
and then-
person.
It gives me like the
Yeah.
fifth grade.
Yeah, I
Irwin
guess you guys
vibes.
haven't. Neither of you guys have seen it in person.
You know, like the fifth grade Irwin vibes, where like
Yeah.
Yeah.
rocking that cut.
Speech impediment, Irwin.
Yeah.
Mhm. Speech impediment, Irwin.
Those are the
Yeah.
days.
Most people watching probably know, but like not everybody knows. Back in the day, I used to have the buzz cut.
That was the worst day of my life with person hair.
So, did you like tell anyone that you were getting the buzz, or was it spontaneous? Because mine
No,
was
not
very
really.
spontaneous.
I think it was. I mean, I talked to a couple kids at school, and then I said I was gonna buzz it, and then I was sitting there. Went to Joe the barber.
Yes,
You know
sir.
Joe Wright.
Shout out.
We'll
Yes,
get you
sir.
right. And I walked in. I showed him a picture. It was like I think it was I think it might have been like Zac Efron or something. I was like, I wanted this length, and he just diced me up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Got
You
me-
didn't
got me
get it
looking
like
cute.
now that I'm looking at it, it's not super short.
No, it was a lot. This was a week out, so it was a lot shorter
What
when
is
I
it?
got it.
Yeah.
It was like a 3 or.
It looked a little like drug dealer esque, but
Ooh. So you're going
yeah.
kind of going for like hard Irwin, like
harder. Well, I got asked
manly
yesterday
Irwin.
if I was in the military. So that was
Really?
I thought about that. I was gonna ask you if you're joining.
I got my passport picture. My mom said I looked like I was about to go to Ukraine and
Oh
whoop up on some
gosh.
commies.
Oh, yeah.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I remember back in the day when I got my buzz, I just pulled up to school with a buzz cut. I didn't tell
Yeah, that was the
anybody.
worst day of my life.
Actually, Joey Ellison bet me $20 that I would get my hair buzzed, and he never paid me my $20. So I'm kind of, if Joey ever listens to this, he owes me $20 for buzzing my hair.
Joey
But
does.
you were, I just remember Irwin being very upset that
Oh, I
buzzed my
have
hair.
that picture on my phone. I'll have to send it to you.
Yeah, I got a lot of
I
name
was
calling
fired
from
up.
We can not a lot of names are appropriate for the pod. And
Yeah,
for
we're
the-
not going to repeat
for
them,
the
but there
people.
were names.
Yeah, there were some.
There was one field trip that was.
Yeah, that's an infamous. Yeah, you still call me that. Yeah, we're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep that. On the DL.
Yeah, that's just.
Yeah, but
That's for the exclusive fans.
maybe I can call you that now, though.
You should.
You could.
Because I got the long flowy hair, and you just hit the buzz. So
Yeah,
we're turning that around on you.
Well, because if you shower, like if I would shower at night, I'd wake up and my hair would look horrible. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's what I
You gotta
love.
impress the engineering ladies.
Facts. So engineering ladies, bro. Yeah, they're
All of
definitely.
them.
Dang. But yeah, that's the one thing I like about my hair right now. I actually do nothing to it. All I do is just the towel dry. But enough of the hair talk.
Yeah, that was wild.
So I asked the people on my Insta like what they wanted us to talk about. So let's check out some of the things that they wanted us to talk about. I know the main thing.
I'm trying to find a picture of your buzz cut.
Oh yeah, you got. I'll put a screen of my buzz cut on the
I'll find it.
on the pod for everybody. That way they can really experience it.
Jake,
So-
I just saw. Can you see this?
No, the thing's not.
Oh wait, hold up. I'll pull you back up. There we
It
go.
was handsome Squidward.
It's
Oh, we can't see. Oh, we saw it for a second there.
handsome squid.
All right. So some of the responses that we got to what me, Eck, and the Man should talk about were high school to college transition, college life, Browns. We got somebody that said chicks, man.
Chicks, man.
Drew
Whack
Bailey
up
said
chicks, man.
2022 Ohio Goober national election. I don't know what that is, Drew.
So what was it?
I don't know. He was joking. Y ball, high school, Browns school,
Y-ball.
high school football. Landon Stahl said best post-practice shower songs.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So I'd say we just dive right into some of our best football memories. A lot of people were wanting to know, like, high school football days. And, I think all three of us kind of, like, reminiscent in that, I'd say. So, the Ekman, like, you got any, like, or Erwin, it's either one. Do you have any, like, favorite memories from football, favorite game, favorite play, or maybe both?
I was thinking about this question. Like, I don't know if I have one specific memory that like sticks out to me, but like
that's what I was thinking.
Just being around the boys, just having fun, like going to Chipotle every Saturday, like stuff like that.
Do you remember the salty Chipotle?
Yeah, that was terrible.
Oh, terrible.
I was thinking about that today. That was horrible. 98% sodium per one piece of steak.
Right.
That burrito was horrible. It was like eating salt.
Just like hanging out in the locker room and stuff. Like I don't know if there's one specific thing, but I just like had fun with the boys,
Yeah. That's what, for me too, I was kind of thinking about that because I knew we were going to talk about it. I mean, it's really hard to put take one moment out of like all those 3 years of like playing high school football and say like, dang, this is my favorite memory. Right. But like, if I had to say one game that's like, I think we'd all agree on this, like one of the most like monumental game, right? It's the best game, just beating Jackson senior year on their field. That was a great feeling.
Yeah, that's an awesome feeling. It really was.
Ek, do you remember that last drive?
Yeah.
Like we had to.
We finally turned it on the last drive for some reason.
Yeah, like weren't we losing?
How did that game end?
It was.
I really don't remember.
So it was 13-7, right?
Right. Yep.
And we stopped them on D. Like our defense was playing pretty awesome. Fire, like all game.
That's when Nick had that sack.
Yeah, and we had got some big stops. I'm pretty sure they punted the ball to us, and then we had the ball. I think on our 30-yard line, so around there. So we had to go 70 yards to score, and we had to score to win the game. Right. Like this is fourth quarter.
Right.
And I remember on that drive, I caught like 3 passes. I hadn't
caught. We kept running bubbles with you.
Yes.
Like 12 yards a pop.
Yes, I got like 2 or 3 bubbles on that drive. And there's one play that I remember specifically. It's actually one of my favorite plays, like from high school. It was a 3rd down, and I think it was about 3rd and 5.
Yep.
And we had been running those jets in all game. So if you don't know what a jet is, it's like I start in the slot, which is like not super far out towards the sideline, but like halfway between the sideline and the line of scrimmage. And then I just kind of run out to the sideline about 5 yards out. So we ran this play, twirl. Little twirl, which is a fake jet. So I faked like I was going out to the sideline, then bang, like right when that linebacker bit on me real hard, I stuck my foot in the ground and I broke back towards the middle. And the Ekman, you put it on me, bro.
That was a big play. I can do that.
That was a huge play, big first down, and I think how did we end up scoring?
I think that next
did we score or did Chase kick a field goal?
I think we scored.
Brady ran one in.
Yeah, I think Brady had 2 touchdowns that game.
We had a 4th down that drive where Perko made that big catch.
Yeah, Perko. That was actually like Perko. Like he didn't get to kind of showcase everything that he could do because of injuries and things like that.
That was terrible.
Really unfortunate for him, but like we the real ones know that Perko was a baller, and he really did make. That was probably his biggest catch of the year, even though it wasn't like crazy.
Didn't Drew ball out that game too?
Drew. Oh yeah, Drew. George. I can't remember if it was that game that he had like I know in the Perry game.
Our offense struggled that whole game.
Yeah, our offense.
We turned it on the last drive we needed to. And
we had like 15.5 sacks.
Yeah, you guys were doing awesome.
Yeah, the defense was playing great, but yeah, Perko made that huge catch on the 3rd down. I think it was a slant, and he was glued. I think it was DJ Harris was like glued on him, and he still caught it. But that was
sick.
That's probably my favorite memory. But
yeah.
Or you got any fave memories like
I mean, I got it definitely locker room.
Yeah.
Just messing around in there. I mean, you guys can vouch for this. We would go the whole because anyone watching this knows who we are, but both of them were like skill players, and so I didn't see them like all practice or anything. So then we would every time we got in the locker room, we would just be breaking down all the crap that happened.
Yeah, honestly, like practice, we didn't really. Me and Jake would see each other the whole time, but we wouldn't see Erman like the whole time.
Yeah,
he's a big boy. Yeah, you're a big boy lineman guy.
Honestly, the most memories that I remember the most are honestly probably the worst ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was literally gonna ask. we got to give like our favorite like highlight play because you
Yeah.
remember like your best play. Like
Because highlight play
you got to
was
give
just
like a few
back
highlights,
in.
and then we're gonna give our worst play too.
Okay.
Because I got one in my
I
mind.
pulled up my worst play where you guys were talking. One of them, but
highlight. Or
yeah,
go.
that highlights definitely sack against Jackson. I think that was my only
Yeah.
solo sack the
That
whole
was
year.
huge. Actually, that was
sick.
huge.
And then I just was throwing up aggressively on the sideline,
Yeah.
but that was fun.
That was
whole
actually a
game was fun.
huge sack. That was like big time. That was towards the
Yeah,
end
I
of the
think-
game.
Or no, it was,
Was
I
it?
don't remember.
I can, maybe no.
I think it was.
Actually,
I thought it was the first
I think you're right. It
quarter.
was-
So I like bumped him out a field goal or something.
yeah, I think you're right.
And then
Ekman.
first half of the Hoover game. First half of the Hoover game, the first game was definitely my. I had like 9 tackles in the first half, and then we all know what happened after that.
Oh yeah, man, that was a butt whooping.
The offensive debacle.
Hey, you were trying your best down there. Oh,
Playing your heart out.
Oh, you're talking offensive when you played a little O line. Yeah, that was.
Guard.
Oh my
I had
gosh.
to pull off the. If you're watching this, Coach Rutan, which there's a negative
About
500% chance
0%
you are.
chance.
I was pulled out my blocking sheet right before the.
Hey,
second half.
I don't know if we ever told you this, but one day me and Ek were getting lunch and we were
Jake, yeah,
reminiscing and
Jake was
about
telling me about
football,
that.
and we literally just pulled up you playing lineman from that game, and we're just
It was so bad.
watching
That's all we
you
watched.
like miss blocks, and we were dying
It
laughing.
was so embarrassing.
I didn't realize it was like, I guess
That
Well,
bad.
I didn't like.
You were
That's my
unprepared.
thumb.
In your
You weren't
defense, you
ready.
were unprepared.
Oh,
and
no,
they just
yeah, and that
shoved
was
you in there,
horrible.
so it wasn't your fault, but.
No,
That was about
hilarious.
one of the funniest performances at offensive line I've ever seen.
Oh, it was awful. I took, I think, well, because I mean, you guys knew how much, everyone knew how much I hate offensive line. I took like one or two snaps at guard that whole week,
Right.
and then what even happened? We were just getting the ball snapped over your head or something. Something was happening. They moved me in, and then it just was a train wreck.
Yeah, that was just no good. The whole thing was just.
That was rough.
Yeah, that was bad.
Whatever.
But Ekman, what's your like? You threw a lot of touchdowns in your time. Like, is there a favorite touchdown that like stands out to you, or just a favorite play? Anything?
I'm trying to think. I don't know.
Hey, is there any like?
Gotta be Harry sophomore year.
Harry sophomore
Oh, that was
year.
a big game.
The
yeah.
Bryce, that was sick.
That was crazy.
Yeah. To Bryce, I don't know.
On the dig, third
Oh,
down.
yeah,
third
that
and
was a
15.
big
In the
play.
middle.
Yeah, we needed that. That whole day, that whole week was something. I was stressing out.
Yeah.
Wasn't that your first ever start
Yeah.
as a sophomore against Perry at their place?
Yeah.
And one thing I remember about that game is, I don't know why I remember this, but we threw the ball on the first play, a stop to, I think, Fedor or
yeah.
Bryce. And I was like, oh, that's my Ekman. Ekman's about to lead us.
We were just dinking and dunking the whole time, all the way down the field, and
That game was fun.
made some big plays. Ty
Me and
Hunt
Steph-
ran that one back.
That one punt
That was
down the
sick,
sideline, like one of the greatest plays I've ever seen. But
Was
that
that at the
third
end of
down,
the first half?
yeah, I think it was in the first half.
But,
But that third down to Bryce,
I'll never forget that play.
yeah.
what was it, 3rd and 15?
It was long.
Yeah, 3rd
Well,
and 15.
that might have been fourth down.
It may
Yeah,
have been.
I think it was fourth
Now that
down.
you
I
say
think
that,
it
I
was
think it
fourth.
was.
I'm not. I think that was game.
No,
pretty
it
much.
was.
Yeah.
It was fourth down. Then
I was freaking out on the sideline.
Yeah, that was
we
nuts.
punched it in. Cam punched it in. We won.
Yeah. What did Bryce run, a dig?
We're gonna dig. Yeah.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah, that was fun.
Do you have a worst memory?
I mean, there's a lot of bad ones. Not a lot.
He
About a
got
lot of bad
murdered
things.
against Copley.
Yeah,
That was
a
a bad
fun one.
I ran the wrong route on that play.
Everyone
This
told
might be-
me. Everyone was basically
I
saying,
got pulled from that game.
yeah, I died that game supposedly, according to everyone else.
Yeah, that's kind of
Punctured
funny.
lung, everything.
Yeah, according to
I
some
remember it
sources.
was weird.
I
You
don't
got
remember
punctured
who
lung, but we
may
were
have
hanging
said
out
that.
that next day. It was
26 broken ribs. You know.
Yeah.
weird. Yeah,
Ek
all of
died.
them.
Ek died on the field that
No,
day.
I honestly, this game, so it was freshman year. So all the way back in freshman year.
Freshman year.
We were playing at Perry, and that was probably one of the worst performances I have ever had.
You played
Yeah.
freshman
Yeah.
year?
You don't remember that?
No,
Carson?
for the freshman team.
Oh.
Yeah, no, not.
Oh, for the freshman team.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Oh.
I'll never forget that.
I
game.
think
That was a horrible game.
It was just bad.
I think we
All
got
around.
absolutely destroyed. I can't remember.
We did. I got kicked off the field that game.
But the one,
Oh, I remember that game now.
yeah, the one play I remember is we were down pretty bad. I don't know, they were beating us up. But
Yeah.
it was a screen pass, and all the linemen were in my face, and like I couldn't throw it, and I threw a pick to the lineman, and the dude just ran it in. We were like on our 10 or something.
Yes.
And I'm like, wow.
That was actually, he made like an insane catch on it too.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
That game was horrible.
That was crazy. One thing I remember about that game is they had that big, their big running back, and I'm pretty sure that was Lemon from back in the day. And
I would have been.
I came down to hit him pretty hard. Like, he was coming for the end zone, and I was like last resort, and I came down to like lay the wood. But of course, I got smoked by him, and he broke my helmet. Like, my chin strap broke. And then I was wearing, you might remember him, Mark Moffitt.
Yep.
Mark.
About that
I just remember Coach D was at the game, and he ran over to Mark and just took Mark's helmet and like put it on my head and was like, "Get back out there." I was like, "All right, Coach."
That's awesome.
That was rough.
I'm trying to think. It's hard for me to put it on. I have a bunch. Like, you guys don't have like that many like favorite moments for some reason. I feel bad like just naming a bunch.
I feel like they just all blend. No, name them all.
Yeah,
they just all blend.
I feel like it all, especially as a lineman, like it doesn't. You can't really differentiate. Like, it's all.
I was a skill player and receiver, so I definitely had a lot more like opportunities to make like big time highlight type plays. I mean, Jake, you threw a lot of touchdowns, but I feel like to you they kind of just all blend together for the most part.
That's probably the same things with like wins and losses. I remember the wins. I remember the losses. I don't remember the score of any game.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
couldn't tell you.
The only score I remember was Jackson. I'm pretty sure it was 14-13.
Yeah, it was 14.
That was an easy one.
But my favorite, it's got to be my favorite play of all time, and Echo's gonna like this one. Was McKinley junior year, right before halftime, hitting me on that streak right down the middle for like 60
on the burner.
60 yards, bro, and I was burning them McKinley kids.
That
might have been the fastest I ever ran, but that was just such a cool moment because we were just fighting that game, like fighting to like stay in it, and that just felt like our break. And then we came into the locker room at halftime like hype, like we can win this game, man. Yeah, that was a terrible and sad ending to that game, which we should have won.
Yeah, people would have thought
that play would have worked too.
Never be in that game.
Yeah,
they're all doubting us.
Yeah. Nobody thought we would even be in that game, right? And our senior year, nobody thought we'd be in that game. But yeah, we balled out that junior year. Drayden had a big run and smacked the pylon.
That was a smart one.
And he smacked the pylon. He definitely scored. I just remember he definitely scored, but he was like doing like a stupid celebration and smacked the pylon. I know, Dre. He would say it was stupid now, but like the ref called him out of bounds.
Yeah, that was.
So we had to punch it in then.
I have no
the
clue.
ball totally crossed like the line of scrimmage, and then and if you smack the pylon, that doesn't mean you're out of bounds.
I was still trying to figure out why you smacked
well, it
the
normally
pylon.
means you're in.
Right. So like I have no idea what the ref was thinking. I think it was a terrible call, and it wasn't like it shouldn't have been like that big of a deal. But Dre would admit like he shouldn't have done it in the first place. But like who cares? But then we were gonna. I really do think we won't get too much into the ending of that game, but I really do think that play that we had called would have worked.
That would have worked.
We just
There's a lot going on.
There was a lot going on, and what happened was we didn't get the play out onto the field in time, and we had a motion, a scatter before the play, and we didn't get into the proper. We didn't get to run that motion. We didn't get in the proper like formation, and we just like.
I still like question. Maybe I should just chucked it up. Like what
right.
happened
I mean,
it up?
You could say that about anything though. Like what happened if this, what happened if that. Honestly, you tried your best to just make what you could out of the play, and you scrambled, and it was just that was about all we could do. But
Didn't we get the ball back on the onside?
Yeah,
kick?
we got the
did get the ball back.
kick somehow, and then
I got sacked. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there were so many close plays. I'm pretty sure there was one play during that game where Bryce went off of his fingertips or something.
Yeah.
But that was a crazy moment for me. My pick six sophomore year junior year against Copley, like that was really cool.
That was sweet.
And one of my favorite plays too was again McKinley senior year when we were losing, and I think we took the lead on this play, and it was like a stop and go, and that Jonah Lido, I think he went up to play at Cincinnati.
He is at Cincinnati.
Burnt him like 2 years in a row, and then scored there. That was maybe I'll put that clip up. I don't even know.
You might have to.
so many good plays I could just reminisce about. But my worst play, which has to be one of the most embarrassing moments of my life, was against Glen Oak. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Glen Oak. I was wide open, touchdown. Like touchdown, probably. I had a long way to run still, but I'd have housed this thing. And it was a beautiful play. It was play action, so the safety bit down, and I just was zooming across the field, wide open. And Jake threw a perfect ball, and I took the ball off the dome, off the helmet. Like, in the way, so, like, to my defense, I'll explain, like, how it happened, because there was an explanation to why it happened. I was running cross field. I wasn't really running downfield anymore, more across the field. And Jake led me across the field. And it was a perfect throw. But at the time, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm not going to get to the ball. I thought it was like he overthrew me a little bit. So I'm running as fast as I can. like I was running fast, and then the ball came out, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I start booking it. And meanwhile, I'm dead because I just ran a jet from the play before. Right. So I'm thinking, you're never supposed to catch a ball like this. And Coach DeMarco, he always would yell at me if I ever caught a ball with this. You have to have your hands out like this. And I had my hands out like this in anticipation that you have a longer reach like this than you do like this. So I was thinking I was really going to have to reach for the ball. But I think I underestimated how fast I got to the ball. And then I still had my hands like this. And I would have caught it if my face mask wasn't in the way of my hands. If I'd have had my hands like this, I'd have caught it. But my hands were like this, and I took it off the dome.
I forgot about that play, honestly.
Yeah, you can forget about it again.
You remember Coach Rue putting up the
yeah, he put the thing in your locker.
Coach, the next day on Saturday morning, we go in, and there's a target on my helmet in my locker room. That was funny. Least likely, I thought out of everybody to do that, I thought it was definitely Pilato. I was like, Pilato.
I thought it had to have been Pilato.
Out of all the suspects, Coach Rue, it makes it perfect.
Coach Rue, that is funny. Was that game at home?
Yeah, that was at home. We crushed them.
Is that the game I dropped a pick? Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Or that might have been one of your least favorite plays.
Yeah, I just remember that one. That was probably my worst one. Like the one of 4 times I ever dropped in a pass coverage, he throws it right in my hand.
We ran a blitz, and you never dropped back into coverage, but this was the one time that at the end you dropped back into coverage, and he threw it right to you. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was rough.
Hey, you knocked it down, though. You knocked it down.
I knocked it down.
That's all that matters.
Dang, I wish we had Sturm on here. Me and Sturms really did
have
some of the best moments together out there on the field, and just some of the stuff he would say. I just remember Green's senior year. He was like, nowhere to hide. Nowhere to hide. Like, we'd tackle him, and he would just be all up in Trey Martin's face, like, nowhere to hide. That's about the most PG thing I could say on here from the Sturmy.
Yeah, that was about the extent of all you can get.
One of his better comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a PG one. Hey, Cars, while we're talking about Trey Martin, I just found, if we're talking about worst plays, let me share my screen real quick.
Oh, God.
Let's see this. Oh, yeah, we got the Huddle tape.
We got right here.
All right.
Where's the little? All right, we'll go slow-mo.
Where are you at? You're on the line?
I'm right here.
Right. Yep, defensive end on the right side. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, you got to go back and play that in live speed. Ooh, do I make the tackle here? Or do I get, like...
To be fair, I heard this is, like, the play after I just, like, completely destroy my knee.
Yeah, and then you got, like, your knee broken even more. Oh, my gosh. It's a little glitchy, but, like, you can tell.
Dude, that came from block 2. Watch this. Play it again.
Block me or him?
Yeah, you.
Let me see this dude that tried to block me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I tossed him. You know, I don't play around back there. I tossed him. Gave Trey the work.
Yeah. Shout out Trey Martin.
Yeah. So I got
hurt my knee even worse.
Was thinking that we were going to talk about this, and I was thinking about what else along the football lines that we could talk to. And I kind of got to thinking, all 3 of us actually kind of overcame like a little bit of a barrier or an injury coming into our senior year. Like, for me, I had my back injury that I did. I had the herniated and degenerated discs, and I was really worried there for a second that, like I wasn't even going to be able to play football my senior year. That's how bad my back was. But like 6 months of therapy and ended up coming back. I didn't get to train in the off season the way I really wanted to because of the injury, but was fortunate enough to be able to play and have no problems with my back during the senior year. So I was just kind of thinking about that. And then Ekman, you had surgery, right?
Yeah, I had surgery. Was that
And
January
mono.
going into
And
I had
mono.
mono too. Yeah, I was like 6 months of mono surgery. Then obviously our biggest barrier is probably COVID.
Yeah,
COVID, yeah, that sucked.
yeah, we didn't even
That was-
talk about the fact that we didn't
even
even know if we were going to
play.
have a
I
season.
kind of, yeah, we didn't know we were gonna play.
Everybody I
That's
talked
crazy.
to thought we weren't going to have a season.
I didn't think we were
It
playing.
changed every day. You know, you saw a report about something. And you're
Right.
like, oh, we're playing today. And next day, oh, we're not playing today.
The wine was like
Yeah,
everywhere.
Yeah.
that was so weird.
And then, yeah, so what was that surgery again? You had like cartilage taken out of your
Yeah, it
shoulder?
was like messed up cartilage in my shoulder, and they basically just got that all out and then dug 3 holes in there, let the blood soak in and create
Yeah.
new cartilage. And
Yeah, they wanted the blood to get in there. That way it would like make new cartilage.
yeah, it was more from baseball and throwing so much there, but the football didn't hurt as bad. But,
Would you say it was you're glad you got the surgery?
I don't know. I don't really know. I don't think it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Like sometimes, like I'd say I regret it sometimes because
Yeah.
I could have made it through, but I don't know how much they actually did. I'm gonna be honest. Like,
Right.
I noticed it. Like I was throwing towards my baseball season. I started throwing some, and I'm like, dang, this still doesn't feel right. Something's still wrong. But
Dang, I did not know that. So
yeah,
you
I mean,
still had some pain.
It's obviously not like I can get through the rest of my life. It's not gonna ever bother me.
Right.
But like,
But would you say you felt a lot better from the surgery, or
yeah,
would you say
there was
you still
times
had some?
I felt better, and I was like, okay, this feels amazing. And
Mm-hmm.
then there's times I'd throw, I'd be like, wow, it's like the old pain again.
Yeah, dang, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, it was whatever.
And then the Erman, you had like yours is a lot different than kind of me and X.
Yeah,
like, we
mine's
had
weird.
like injuries. You had the throwing up thing. Like it was
Yeah.
something like that you couldn't control. And overall, like junior year of football, like that was just like not like that was
No,
just
that was horrible.
overall just not a great year for you. Not because of your play, just because of the circumstances with the way you were throwing up and just
Yeah.
the barriers that you had to overcome to really get on the field. You want to tell them a little more about that?
Yeah, it was junior year. I was like fighting. I mean, you guys were all there we were fighting for spots, and then all of a sudden, I was always like, I would throw up after conditioning, usually, which isn't uncommon. And then it just turned into, and what I ended up thinking it is stress. That's kind of just,
Yeah.
but we chalked it up to. Towards the first, second weeks of the season, I would be throwing up like 10, 15 times a practice.
Right.
And like before games, I would throw. I mean, you guys would watch me throw up. Like it was horrible. And then the one practice, Jake was with me. I counted like 23 times during one
Yeah, that was
2-hour
crazy.
practice. And then
And
I
like
went
people might not believe that. Like, no, how can you
Yeah.
possibly? No, he actually threw up 23 times. Like I remember
Yeah.
saying to Adam, like, did he actually throw up that many times? He's like, yeah, he actually.
Yeah.
Like,
I still wish I would have got a picture of you in
Yeah,
your full body cramp, but I kind of felt.
yeah.
a
That
little
was the
bad
worst.
at
Yeah,
the time.
I don't think-
my fingers were
dude,
like
you
there.
you were like, I thought you were like dying
Yeah,
there for a
someone was-
second.
I mean, there was no reason I
You need
shouldn't
an
have went to
IV
the
or
hospital. We should have, but it was just I don't think anyone really knew what to do. 'cause I
Yeah,
don't
tell
think
him
no
a
one
little
had ever
bit
seen
more
that
about
before.
that, like how you threw up, and then like how like you were down, like
Yeah, it was just bad.
dehydrated.
I
Bad.
was which time? Like when the cramp or whatever?
Yeah, like the after practice, like ice bath, like
Yeah. So I was walking up and I was Coach Bis, if you know Coach Viscount, he doesn't really like if you're hurt, like
suck it up.
it's fine, but play through it if you can.
Yeah,
And he would see me throw up, and then the one day he's like, dude, you've thrown up like I've counted 12 times myself and I haven't been paying attention. And he was like, let's go see Adam. And he walked up with me, and I think Jake was in there. And I just I was almost almost passing out in and out, sort of. It was like I was super dizzy. And then my full body just like went stiff, and I was like falling. Did I fall off the bed, Jake? Do you remember?
You couldn't do anything. They were carrying
You
you
did-
everywhere.
I-
in and out of rooms.
I couldn't even move, and they had to like put me in a ice bath. I was in there for
they
probably
carried
an hour.
you. They like
Yeah,
carried you
I
to
couldn't
the
even
ice
walk.
bath. Like you weren't even like talking or like thinking. Like you were
Well, even like my neck muscles were like
right.
because I mean, you throw up 25 times. Think about it.
You're
It was like an
dehydrated.
85-degree day too. I
Right.
had no water in me.
Right.
So, I mean, I couldn't. It was
I
horrible.
think I was a little dehydrated and I hadn't even thrown up.
Right.
And you
Yeah,
threw up
it was awful.
20 some times. Yeah, that was bad. But did they give you an IV?
No, I didn't do anything.
You needed one.
Yeah.
I needed an IV. That was the day before the first day of junior year. Sat out that next practice, which was a walkthrough, and then I played the next day, which was dumb. But
Right. Hey, that's the type of stuff you do though for the team, you know.
And then that kind of carried into that was just the rest of junior year. I was just dealing with that, which just made it a struggle. But
right. But like senior year, that wasn't really something that you like struggled with. I mean, obviously there was times here and there that you threw up, but that was really something that just kind of went away.
Yeah, it was weird. It was definitely I think I was just overexerting myself and trying so hard to like because junior year you're fighting for a spot,
you're battling, and
it was just I don't know. That was my body's reaction to being stressed out.
Right.
And then COVID came, and that was weird. But then once that summer started, I think everyone was just in a good mindset, ready to be back, and they definitely cleared up.
Yeah. So there's a lot of younger people asking, like, for us to talk about high school football and stuff. What like advice, if you had anything that you could tell somebody who's like, say my brother, he's a junior, he's gonna be a senior. This is gonna be a senior year. Like, what do you want to tell? What advice would you have for the seniors this year? Either of you.
You can take. You want to start, Ek?
Yeah, you can go for a sec.
I would just say just ball out and don't. I think it's easy because like every time you walk into the room or like every time you do anything, everyone's just talking about how it's your last, and definitely like take note of that.
Right.
But at the same time, don't be so focused that it's ending to make it any different than a normal seat. Like in my opinion, I think
not enjoy it.
Yeah, just have fun with it, and don't make it. So I mean, obviously, like it's your last season, but just try to do everything you can to keep it normal. Just keep playing. Don't let your emotions get into it, and I think that makes it easier to just definitely be successful. And then success is what you want. So I think that's the best way to go about it. And take note of the little things and always remember everything. But
yeah.
I'd say like don't have any regrets at all.
Yeah.
You know, there's times where you're sitting there and you're like, well, I don't know if I want to be here today. But I came to college and I see all them playing football back home, and it's like, wow, like I miss it, you know?
Right.
Like, and at that time I was like, you were sitting there and you're like, yeah, I don't know if I want to be here. And you're like, I want to be there. You're sitting here today. You're like, I want to be there. I want to be doing all that.
Be there.
Do anything. Yeah.
Their season, I was so happy for the seniors this year. Their season looked awesome.
Yeah.
All student sections and full crowds and everything, but we didn't get to have that, which I'm just glad we got to play football. But they had everything going for them. It was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing I'd add to that was I went to the first game this year. I went to a few games this year, but the first one I remember the most because senior year, like most people know, we didn't have like any fans. We was like parents, like limited tickets, no student section, like very limited fans. I mean, we're all three of us super thankful that we were even able to play a season, super blessed that we were able to play a season. And thankful for that. But, you know, I was sitting there in the stands. I'm like, and I'm super happy for the seniors by all means. Like, but I was a little jealous. I'm not going to lie.
I
was jealous.
Sure. That was awesome.
A little frustrated because like I felt like we got cheated, man. Like I really always wanted to run out I just remember them running out at the beginning of the game with the band and the cheerleaders and then busting through that screen and running over the student section and getting hype. And we really didn't get that. We didn't get that atmosphere.
No, you didn't have that environment.
What'd you have, like 30?
But we definitely I think it helped that our grade was so close that, like, it would have been nice, but we were so just, like, we would get so excited with ourselves that it didn't make up for it, but it was, like, easy to still have that excitement, which
we were still excited. Helped. We still got hyped by all means, but, like, I was just it
wasn't the same.
Dang. But yeah, back on the advice thing, like just same thing with you that you guys said, like enjoy every moment and don't be like worried about like, oh, this is my last year. Don't get caught up in like that. Like you got to just enjoy it. Like if you're constantly thinking about like, okay, this is my last year, like thinking about the end, you're not going to have fun. You're not going to enjoy it. But one thing that like for me that was super important for my play out on the field, besides like just like making memories and having fun, but actually like playing out in the field, like I gotta play with confidence. And that's like one thing that I told myself every day. And like by no means is this true, but I told myself every day, I mean, like I'm the best player on the field. Like that's the type of mindset that I came in with. And especially like being my size and being kind of like not undervalued, but like I kind of had a disadvantage in a lot of like my matchups at corner and receiver and things like that. A lot of guys bigger than me, and teams would try to pick on me, throwing like fades on me and things like that. And I swear, if I didn't have like that confidence in myself, like I'm gonna beat this kid, like I'm gonna win this matchup, like I would not have been able to do what I did on the field. So, and to any incoming freshman, just tell yourself, and like you got to believe it too. Like I'm the best player on this field. You got to play with confidence, and that was definitely a big thing for me. Was just confidence.
Yeah,
I can tell a good life lesson. Like you gotta go do everything with confidence, you know.
Right.
Whether it's in school, work, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a weird one, but my like senior year, if you guys played with me and like all growing up, I was always talking trash. Like I was always the one getting it. I had a personal. I would always be getting scruffles or whatever. But then my senior year, not that I didn't still like play my butt off, but I completely stopped like trash talking. Yeah. I feel like I would focus so much on like what I'm gonna say to the dude across from me and what we're gonna do after the whistle that I think it's easy to like lose your head.
Right.
And I think that a lot of kids could definitely like
get caught up in
you want to beat that, like you want to beat them across the line and stuff, but I don't know, respect them, and that definitely made me a better player my senior year, which I wasn't like a noticeable difference, but just I don't know.
For sure.
I could tell.
For sure. Just being locked in. Like, just being focused, like, locked. I would be in the zone out in the field, man. Like, locked in.
You tune everything out. Crowd, everything.
Isn't that crazy? Like, scored some huge touchdowns, and I don't remember ever thinking, like, the crowd's cheering for me.
Did you hear the crowd? No.
No, I wasn't even thinking about that.
It did help that we had 5 fans.
Right. That definitely probably helped. But just being, the first thing I'm thinking is like, I gotta go see. When you would throw me a touchdown, the first thing I'm thinking is like, I can't wait to see Eck. Like, I can't wait to go. Like, and that was so fun. That was so fun. And one thing I'd say too, I just gotta throw this in. I loved playing with Champy on defense back there. I loved me and Champy had a ball. He was playing free safety and I was playing corner, and we were locked down over there. And then at the end of the year, my brother got to play for Champy because he got hurt. And Champy, it sucked that you got hurt, but like that was really cool that I got to play with Ty. That was super fun. That was awesome. But okay, I think we kind of exhausted the football. I mean, I know us three.
You can talk about it for 18 hours.
Yeah, we could do endless podcasts about just football and stuff like that. But I think a lot of people also want to know just what are some of our favorite memories together and like crazy moments and things like that. Like it can be fishing, it could just be hanging out, just like stories from when we were younger. Like what is any story of like that includes like one of us or just a group of us like that like comes to your mind when you think about like memories, I guess?
I'd probably say, I was thinking about this when we were talking earlier. I think, COVID was terrible and everything, but I think we had some of the best memories during COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Quarantine?
Quarantine was awesome.
The fishing tour, which was so dumb in retrospect, but that was
so awesome.
So much fun.
This would be like our daily schedule. We'd wake up around like 9, 10, do our little assignments that were literally like a joke.
Right, our school assignments.
Our school assignments. And
I was like looking up on Brainly or whatever.
Right. And by 3, we were fishing all together and stuff. You caught your first fish during COVID.
I did. That was most people probably don't know that. Like I've never fished in my life. I have a fishing YouTube channel, but like because I love it so much. But that was the time that I learned how to fish. Eck is, you could thank Eck right here for teaching me how to fish. Like literally.
It's not that hard.
We used to bait your hook. We used to bait your hook for you.
Exactly. You used to do the line for me and everything.
You remember tying your knots and then it would slip when you threw it out there? Eck, what am I doing? I'm like, well, Carson, you didn't knot it.
It was also like,
yes.
We were fishing at like 40 degrees because we had nothing else to do. So our fingers were like shaking.
We weren't catching. I remember we fished for like 2 weeks. We didn't catch nothing.
Oh, yeah. We caught nothing.
We'd go out to Mogador. Do you remember going out to Mogador and then walking all the way back to that
little spot?
That spot. And we would know we weren't catching anything, but we would really just be going to hang with each other.
Yeah, we would just chill.
Right.
And that was fun, though. I saw a Snapchat memory of that when we went back back on Mogador.
You remember it'd get like dark out and be like, okay, let's go get dinner or whatever. We'd instantly get on Fortnite. every night.
Oh yeah.
Gosh,
And played
so
till
fun.
played like 3
We
a.m.
played like.
So
Every
fun.
Do you remember when you guys made me mute my mic?
That's what I was about to say. You remember Erwin didn't stop talking for like 2 hours, and you go, "Does Erwin ever stop talking?"
I thought I was like, imagine if
fired
Erwin.
up.
Dude, I felt so bad because I know you were like mad for a second.
dying.
I mean, we don't get mad at each other, but like, you were talking a lot, you know, and I was like, I'm like gamer, like I'm trying to win,
Right.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, imagine if Erwin didn't talk for 20 seconds.
I don't think. But we
And
didn't,
you showed your
I
mic
didn't
off
mute
for like the
2
rest of
hours
the
and then
night.
just got off the
well, we
party.
didn't get. Me and Carson didn't talk for about at least an hour, I'd say.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't think we had a
it was a
conversation.
while. It was a
Yeah.
while.
Oh no, you guys wouldn't talk, and you know, like I can't.
We didn't have a chance.
I'd be cooped up in my house, and I'm like, okay, this is my one time to talk to people. So we get on at like 8:30 after I deal with all the whatever, doing nothing all day, and I'm like, just
Ready
spewing
to
nonsense,
talk. Yeah.
and then nope,
Nope.
Not allowed. It's all
not
serious.
allowed.
Ah, dang, that was funny. But those were good times. We had
Those were fun.
we did a lot of fishing, but less fish catching and more just talking and having
Yeah.
good conversations.
Fishing
and
tour was
stuff.
fun
Yeah.
too.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that was fun.
that's definitely. I don't think the
we gotta do
people
that
know
again.
what we're talking about. The fishing tour. We got this grand idea that we were gonna fish the whole day.
Yeah, whole day.
The entire day, just go fishing and fish a bunch of different
It's like
ponds.
7 to 7.
But it wasn't like we were
7 a.m.
going
to
like on
7
an
p.m.
outing. We were just in neighborhood.
Oh
ponds.
yeah, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
like the best part about it.
Yeah, it was all over Hartville, Uniontown,
Yeah,
little ponds
That
everywhere.
was fun.
we weren't going on
We had
no
an itinerary.
expedition, but I remember me and Jake, we made a plan,
Yeah.
like a schedule,
Yeah.
like this. We're going to this. We're waking up and we're fishing at this pond at 7, and then
like
after an
6
hour,
a.m.
we're going to this pond, and then another hour this pond.
Mm-hmm.
I remember eating. We packed our lunch. We
Packed
were
our
so
lunch. We ate at
ambitious.
Lake Center.
Yes, we
Lake
ate
Center,
at
yeah.
like in the Lake Center parking lot,
Yep.
and I remember smacking those Uncrustables. bro.
Uncrustables, yeah, those hit.
But yeah, we were wheeling and dealing that day, and we how many fish did we catch? 50.
Was it?
Yeah, I think we stopped right at 50. We wanted to get that
Yeah,
last.
'cause
It was
we
getting
went
dark
to-
out, and we were like, we gotta get to 50. We gotta get to 50.
That
Got
was,
it.
got to 50.
It was
man.
cold. I got like almost sunburnt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got like sunburned during the day, and then I had
Yeah.
like no clothes at.
Yeah,
when
we
it
were
was-
freezing.
the
I had the
sun was
doors.
set and I was freezing.
I had the doors off my Jeep, which was so dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll never forget the one. It was probably about like 8 a.m. and
I
we
know
were at
exactly
the
what
one
you're talking
pond,
about.
and we caught like our first fish, and it was pretty big. It was like, I guess not that big.
You
but
caught it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3-4
Yeah.
pounder. So I'm reeling in, we get it in. Carson starts screaming. Like we're in these people's backyards. Carson's just
Yeah.
screaming. I'm like, dude, you're gonna wake up everyone. I know it's big, but like
it's
I
like
know.
7 in the morning.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
He's like, oh,
yeah.
he's like,
I was
jumping
freaking
around.
out. That was like
awesome.
right when I was like still like getting into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
were-
I mean, I'm into it now still, but I was into it.
Right.
And he pulled
For
that
sure.
fish out, and I was free. I remember you were being like, Carson, settle down. Like,
You gotta be quiet, dude.
that was so funny.
That was fun.
And
We'd
then-
park at the church
Yes.
and we'd walk back.
Yeah.
One of the things I remember too is that we were all so hyped. That was the biggest fish of the day, I think, that we caught.
I think it was.
It was in that little small pond.
It was
too.
in that
like, no
tiny
fish,
pond
or
in
no big fish.
Right. It's got like no big fish,
Yeah.
but that was like the one big fish in there. But we
Mm-hmm.
wanted to end the day right on the 50 fish, so we went back to that pond. And Jake, you caught the last fish.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
I
you
think
caught the
I
last
don't. I
fish.
probably was.
And we went out. We started right, and then we went out right.
It was a fun day.
That was
I was exhausted.
exhausted, but like one of my best memories actually.
Yeah, that was fun.
Actually, I wish we could go.
Didn't
back
I
and
make a
do
video
that.
about? Didn't I make a video about that?
Yeah, you made a video. I'll
I
put
think
that.
it was.
I'll
I
put
think
the
it was for a
video
project.
It was for a project.
for Gen Yes.
Yeah.
Like a
That's
picture
actually a
of
funny
fish.
little side topic. That was for an Adobe Premiere Gen Yes project. You had to make a video in Adobe Premiere, and that's the video, Erwin. You made that for that project. And I edit all my videos now in Adobe Premiere. Love it, and I really enjoy editing. But I hated Adobe Premiere so much when I was trying to do that project in quarantine that I
Your
took
laptop
a
sucked.
0 on the
Did you?
assignment. It was out of 100 points too. That was the only assignment in high school that I took a 0 on. And I said, Pilato, like I calculated this, like it's not gonna like kill my grade after all if I just take an L. And I
Yeah.
took the 0 on an Adobe Premiere project, and now I use it in all my videos,
That's funny.
Yeah.
which is a side
That's really
topic.
funny.
But I kind of got a fishing one now that we're talking about fishing. It was me and Eck.
Oh boy.
and we were at the whole ball pond.
Okay.
On the drain.
Uh-oh.
In the back.
Yep.
And I actually didn't catch like a ton of fish this day. I think I only caught like 1 or 2, but Eck was cranking them. But I remember like we were catching like you caught like a turtle, like a snapping turtle.
Things are annoying.
And we were just seeing like the craziest stuff. But at the end of the day, we figured out that they were like we were standing on a drain, and right in front of the drain, I swear all the fish were.
Yeah. Big fish.
Big ones.
Big, yeah.
And we were tossing just Texas rig Senkos. We're flipping them right in front of us, like dipping them in the water.
Pulling them out.
Just dipping them in the water. And there was one big fish, and we kept losing him. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
We would like hook up and be like, "Oh, we got him! We would like be flipping it in the water. And we would miss him, and then finally, you hooked into him.
Did we use a bluegill or was it just like a normal?
It was a normal worm. Yeah, normal worm.
Yeah. Once I had him, I was like, if he comes off, I was like, just in my head the whole time, like, do not come off, do not come off.
I remember you like brought him to me, and I lipped him and pulled him out, and we were freaking out. I'll put the picture of it on the screen because it was a big fish.
It doesn't look that big in camera.
Right. It was definitely a 3-pounder.
Yeah. Yeah,
which is like,
it's good for our neighborhood ponds.
Right. In Ohio, in our neighborhood ponds, like a 3-pounder, like that's like you just caught like a 10, like you're hyped. Right. So that was just, it's not even that crazy of a story, but it was just so bizarre that we were just tossing the Senko literally 5 feet in front of us, and they were hitting it.
They're not very smart, are they?
Right. But we couldn't see them.
Huh?
The water was so murky, we couldn't see that they were down there, which they probably couldn't see us then, which
see it at all.
Made it just a really weird fishing experience. But how much? Oh, it's 4. Oh boy, I guess we gotta wrap it up because I mean I don't see anybody like kicking us out right now.
We're probably fine.
Oh, yeah, we can go a little bit.
You got any more topics?
I mean, yeah, there's definitely a few things. We could touch on. Ek, or do you have any like specific memories like us that you wanted to say? Or
I mean, with cars, definitely the backyard brawl at your birthday party.
I was thinking that.
We don't have to go into details, but that was funny.
Oh, I got our basketball games at your house that one night.
Yes.
Oh my, that was fun.
A night.
Bangers.
That was fun.
Bangers. Oh
Dude,
my
we
god.
were exhausted. I think I showered. I'm pretty sure I had a shower at your house.
Shout out to my boy Nick
Rakoki.
Shout out to my boy Nick.
That was awesome.
Fitbridge 0.
Yeah.
People don't know what we're talking about, but we had this kick there for a while where me, Eck, Erwin, and Nick, Fitbridge, we would all just get together and hang. Like it would like dudes night. Like we're going out to eat, we're hanging, we're fun. Like just being dudes. And one night was that the night that we went out to Napoli's?
Yeah, Nick took us to Napoli's.
No, I don't think
it was a different night.
Napoli's was in winter.
It was a different night.
Yeah, because that was freezing.
Never mind.
But there was one night that they all came over to my house and we got dinner and we went to Jersey's, I'm pretty sure, in Ty's Hummer, and we were bumping. And then we came back and we played 2-on-2 basketball.
For like
all night.
How many hours?
For like 3 hours, probably.
Like exhausted.
I was so tired.
We weren't messing around. We were like serious. Like,
no.
We were winning that every
Honestly,
you
I
aren't
think
messing
Nick might have
around.
let me shoot the ball 3 times that game.
Yeah. Nick was combined, like LeBron James.
Combined in like 8 games, I think I shot like 3.
Sweaty Irwin rubbing up against him.
Yeah. Shirtless Irwin just like giving it
You're
to
just
us.
trying to get away.
My hair was so long.
Nick was like a freight train. I'm telling you, this was when Nick was like really, he was
yoked.
Well, that was when he was coming back from
because
his knee,
he was back
like,
from his
dialed.
injury. Like he was running and he was sprinting. Like this man was in shape. Yeah. Like he was a beast, and he was just like acting like LeBron, like going to the hoop. Like you better get out the way or I'm gonna punish you. That was so much fun, and we even went to the Lake Elementary like once or twice.
That's when I booted the ball.
That was funny. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's so many little memories in all these things.
All that stuff.
We were playing at Lake Elementary. Erwin got mad, punts the basketball after Jake told him not to.
I was like, "What?
Erwin, no.
Don't do it." We knew he was sizing that ball up, and Eck was like, "Don't do it, man." And you booted the ball, and it hit the Lake Elementary and fell
and
like
the
in the trash can.
You instantly put your hands on your head, like you knew you messed up. Like,
yeah, like,
I just told you.
Like, I just done goofed it. Yeah. The best part about it, when you do like stupid stuff like that, you're like, you just own it. You're just like, yeah, I know that was really dumb.
Yeah.
But like the funniest part about that too, right when you booted the ball, Wood
was walking out.
Wood, Shorston, and Dustin just walk out.
I remember that.
And we're like, what are you guys doing here?
And well, I just kicked a ball.
That was funny. Oh my gosh. One of the funniest school memories, bro. So many school memories in Wood's room.
Oh my God.
When we say Wood, like this was our computer science teacher, one of our.
I hope you're thinking of the same.
Yeah, he's like one of our best friends. He was an amazing teacher, and we had him for like 3 years. So you can tell that we developed a very good relationship with him. But I think you're thinking of the same thing that I'm thinking.
With the book?
With the book. So I bring my breakfast to Wood's room first period in the morning, and I eat my bagel with egg, and it was wrapped in tinfoil. So I ate my breakfast, and I was going to throw my tinfoil ball away, and then was over by the trash can, and there's a bunch of textbooks over by the trash can, right,
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'll just let you, I'll let you tell it from here, because I was going to throw the tinfoil ball, and then you said, and you could take over.
Well, I mean, it's the masculine urge. You see a flying ball, and you have something to hit it with, so obviously you try to tee it off,
right.
Hit it like a baseball. So I grabbed the textball.
Obviously.
The ball's in the air.
In classroom.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was early. I mean, it's 7:35.
Yeah.
And I see this flying piece of aluminum foil coming at me. So naturally, I grab a pretty large textbook, I'd say.
Oh, it's not like a huge, but it's a beefy book.
Yeah, I mean it's a
textbook.
Hardback. Yeah. And I go to hit it like a baseball, thinking it's a great idea. Like, this is gonna be awesome. And then I swing, the ball slips out of my hand, or the textbook slips out of my hands, goes probably 10 feet in the air, just like rotating.
It flies out of your hand.
Like a quarter inch from Kate's head.
Oh my gosh! It looked like it was Kate's head. It was. I swear it grazed it.
Oh, that was horrible.
What he's saying?
I didn't talk for like an hour.
Oh yeah, what he's saying is he swung the textbook, and the textbook flew out of his hand, and there was a table right there, and Kate, Madison, and Ethan were all sitting at the table, and the textbook flew out of his hand right towards Kate's head, and Kate was not looking. Kate was not paying attention, so she was like not like defending herself. And the textbook, I swear, like grazed the top of her head and flew across the room all the way over towards me on the opposite side of the room. And we both knew we were in trouble. Like, our mouths just dropped. We were like, and Mr. Wood, I was the most mad I've ever seen Mr. Wood.
Oh yeah, he freaked out.
Yeah, Mr. Wood.
She would have been in the hospital. I mean, it would have knocked her out.
Oh my gosh! Like, you almost made the valedictorian right there. Like, you almost took the valedictorian out.
I could have. I was looking out for Carson. She was valedictorian and salutatorian. I figured I'd take her out.
All jokes aside, I love Kate. She was great, and she was a good sport about almost dying that day.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was bad. That's the only time Wood. Actually, not the only time. That's one of the few times Wood's ever gone off on me.
Yeah, I mean, Wood's gone off on us plenty of times,
yeah,
but like that one was pretty bad. That was bad. But one last thing, I guess, with just Browns. A lot of people want to hear about the Browns, and like, you're a Steelers fan, so like, I want to hear your perspective too.
We'll give you 30 seconds to talk.
We'll give you. We'll start with the Eck, because me and Eccles, both big Browns fans, would watch every game Sunday together pretty much. So, Eck, we'll stay away from just like everything to do with the sexual assault charges with Deshaun Watson, because we're not even trying to dive into all that. But just as a player, do you think like Deshaun is the answer? Like, do you think he's gonna like the Super Bowl?
I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah, I think he has potential. He's proved it, but a year off and everything, I don't know. I would have told you Baker was the guy since day one, but I mean, after last year, I don't know how I felt about it.
Right.
I would have been willing to give him one more shot, but I don't know. Everyone's kind of hyped about Deshaun. See where it goes, I guess. It's the Browns, so you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you upset that they did Baker the way they did him?
I don't think they didn't. I don't think they went through like the right process to get rid of them or everything, but I don't.
I mean, I know it's a business.
It is a business at the end of the day, but I mean, I'm happy with Deshaun, I guess. I don't know. There's rumors Baker might go to the Steelers, and I don't know.
No.
Yeah, there is a little rumor. I'll say the same thing. I think when Deshaun was playing, he didn't even play last year because of all the allegations and stuff, which is kind of like a little worrisome. But when he was playing, my man was balling out. Yeah. Like, he's a baller. And I don't want to hear, like, the stat comparisons between him and Baker. Like, the stats may seem like it's a little close, but it's not close. Right. Deshaun was he was easily a Pro Bowl quarterback there for a second. And so he's a stud. I really think, like, this could be special. Like, I'm excited.
I'm trying not to get my hopes up like I always do, but
always get the hopes up too much, and then we just get. That's why, like, as a Browns fan, you're just like expecting the worst, honestly. Yeah. And like the worst would be that Deshaun's just everything doesn't work out, which seems like that's the way it's gonna be.
Is it true that he's suspended for a little bit, or is that not?
I don't think he's suspended as of now. Like the charges and everything, like, I think it has to wait until all, like, the due process with the legal stuff is done, and then the NFL is going to do their own investigation and determine whether he needs any suspension or not.
At the end of the day, he better be good. We paid him $250 million.
Facts.
A lot of money.
Facts. Highest paid cornerback in NFL history. It's exciting.
Did he really?
Yeah, it's exciting because a brand new start. I was upset with how Baker played last year. I really was, but I commend him for playing through injury. I mean, I wish he would have sat.
I liked Baker.
I love Baker because he loved Cleveland, and he was the face of the franchise, drafted him first overall, and he was just so passionate when he played, man, and you just loved it. I remember him scrambling for first downs on, like, third down. He'll put his shoulder down and then tell you about it after he gets the first. Like, I loved that, but I think we have a lot more potential to go to the playoffs and win a Super Bowl with Deshaun.
Would you want OBJ to come back?
No. I mean, I don't know. I do think
rumors going around that he might, and I'm like, I don't know.
Right. I do think we have a need at the wide receiver position still. I don't think the fact that we got Amari is the answer by itself. I think Amari's a great player, but I don't think just Amari and what's that other dude? We let go of Higgins.
Donovan,
we got DPJ. I think DPJ is great, but I think he's still a number 3 right now. Yep, it's Schwartz. Schwartz. So I think we have a serious need at wide receiver still. I hope that, I mean, maybe OBJ?
I want to draft a dude at Ohio State, but I don't know how it's going to work.
So did we give up we gave up our draft pick this year, right?
Oh, yeah, we did. Never mind.
That's why I keep forgetting that we gave up our draft pick. So I'm hoping that we re-sign Jarvis. Yeah. I think there's some potential there. But, Erman, what do you think as a Steelers fan? Like,
I mean, my only as a Steeler, I didn't really want him because I didn't want to use coming off a bet. No, well, obviously, I don't want Baker.
Right.
I wouldn't mind him as a backup.
Right.
I don't think anyone would, but I didn't want him because obviously Steelers were in the running because you go from having Ben who dealt with the same stuff, and I was just tired of hearing the slander of Ben. And they're not calling Paul Miller out here, but
Ben was trash, bro.
Whatever. But I saw a lot of Paul Miller had a lot of hot takes on Ben's allegations, which I'm not putting my opinion on. And I don't know. I think we shouldn't hear much from any Browns fans for a while in that context.
Because of Ben's history and things like that. Yeah, that's for sure. I definitely think though that was Ben as a younger player. That was earlier on in his career, and just
not that it would be fine,
right? And like, there's by no means that's an excuse, not an excuse at all. Like, he did what he did. I don't really know.
Maybe I don't know
much. They don't know if I don't know, but like, there's no excuse for that type of behavior. I guess what I'm saying.
Not at all.
But by the end of his career, he really seemed like a strong dude, and I'm pretty sure he was even a Christian. Like, he seemed.
Yeah, he is. Dude, I'm playing around with so much random stuff in my book bag right now.
Yeah, so they could have kept Ben as long as they wanted. Like, I could have, because Ben was trash.
Yeah.
And they got Trubisky.
Yeah, we did get Trubisky.
Are you excited about that? Or
I don't know. I mean, I want Pickett at the end of the day. I want Pickett, but that's probably not going to happen.
Right.
I just like Pickett.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a Pitt guy going to Pitt, but I think
Pickett.
Yeah, I know. That could be. scary.
Trubisky's. I think he could be good. I wasn't really there for all the. I thought he got way too much crap than he deserved on the Bears.
Oh, yeah. I think Trubisky's a better quarterback than he's got to prove. Playing for Matt Nagy, I don't think any quarterback is really going to succeed.
Not at all.
No.
With the Bears.
I don't think. And I don't know. I also don't have a ton of Steelers offense is so weird, but it's also coming off of Ben being able to run 3 feet and throw 15 yards, so they should be able to open it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's crazy to think like the Steelers coming into next year may be considered the worst team in the division.
It depends on the quarterback. Yeah. I don't know. Do you see all our defensive signs?
Yeah, I know you guys got the defense, bro. But
Juju's gone.
Yeah.
I like Juju, but I don't think
you got Deontay still, right?
Yeah.
Deontay's iffy.
Yeah.
Who else is there?
Dude, we're in a position though. We could pick up an Olave or Wilson, not in a Wilson, but
yeah,
potentially.
It's the division is tough right now. We just signed Deshaun.
It's the toughest in football.
We got Deshaun. We got a squad now. Like we're looking to make moves. Like we're trying to play good this year. So Browns could definitely make a threat. And then we got defending or not. Just went to the Super Bowl. We got to deal with Joe Burrow, Jamar, and the Bengals over there, which who'd have thought they'd have been a Super Bowl team, but they're obviously a Super Bowl caliber team alongside the Ravens, man. Mm-hmm. You can never count them out with their defense and with Lamar Jackson.
I hate the Ravens.
Man, like they won a lot of close games last year.
They did.
They're good.
And it's going to be I think we have the best division in the league, which is just unfortunate for the Browns.
Yeah, which is weird because it was like coming into last year, people would have said it would have been awful.
Right, Bengals, Browns, both were terrible there for a while.
Steelers more. I mean, everyone kind of knew what to expect with that, but
yeah, the Steelers had their time. It's time for them to be down in the dumps and for us to take over. Is what I got to say about all that. All right, so is there anything else that they? Let's see. I think we're gonna wrap it up here in a second. If there's any. I think we need to have you guys back on and do a pod another time because we got so many stuff we could talk, so much stuff we can talk about.
I'm free every Friday.
And honestly, I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Because not that I enjoyed just doing the podcast, but more so just like hanging and talking. We haven't done this in so long.
Since college,
Right.
We've honestly kind of needed an excuse to just us
three wait for summer.
Like sit down together and just like talk, man. Like it's been a while, so that was nice, especially with you. Or like me and Ek get to see each other on the daily, but like it's been a while since like and you're not even here in person. Like I mean, if you were here in person, that would be crazy. But maybe
I'll drive down for a Friday podcast visit.
Dude, you should, and then stay the weekend and stuff. That'd be
fun.
That would be fun. We got to get Sturms down here. He would be an absolute character.
You don't got to ask him. He'll be down there. He'll be down there tonight.
He'll be down whenever, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I don't know about Sturms on the pod would be hilarious.
I don't know.
It would be.
I think he'd have some good clips, maybe.
Interesting for sure. But yeah, we'll wrap it up. That was good. We can do another podcast at another time just about like college. Like we didn't even talk about college. So we kind of reminiscing. But all right, boys. Yeah, that was good stuff. If you made it to all the way to the end of the podcast, you're an OG. We talked for an hour and coming up on 9 minutes. Wow. So I mean, a little longer podcast, but I mean, I really enjoyed it. I think we talked about a lot of good stuff and had some fun. So if you made it all the way to the end, you're a real one.
I would be astonished.
Yeah, well, you would be surprised. There's actually a decent amount of people from last podcast that listened to 30 minutes of me rambling on about nothing.
Really? I didn't watch the last one. I was on vacation.
You watched the whole thing? Yeah. Dang, yeah. I heard a lot of
How
people.
many views you get?
So that's one of my best videos so far. It has like over 200 views in only a week, which is good for me. It's not like a big deal. I have, I think, 120 subs now. So you guys need to put this. I'm gonna put this podcast on my story, and you need to put this on your story and tell everyone to subscribe to the channel and check out the pod. So
you should do a giveaway at 500.
Hey, giveaway at 500. You heard the man. Giveaway.
Maybe we'll make a series.
We need some sponsorships.
Yeah, we need some sponsors.
Like commercial break.
Yeah.
We do need some commercial breaks.
This podcast is sponsored by Aquafina.
Yeah.
So we're gonna reach out to Aquafina and like
sparkling ice
and sparkling ice with the So we're gonna get some. We need. Hey, if anybody's out there wants to give us a sponsorship,
Yeah.
because we're gonna blow up at some point.
Probably be like a Barstool athlete or something.
I mean, we could.
This could get bought out.
Right.
By Barstool.
Fast.
Easily could get bought out by Barstool.
So I'm getting kind of nervous.
Right. Yeah. Well, we're gonna fight them off.
We're getting a big time sports level. We're getting that big.
That's big.
Big time.
That is big. But all right, we'll wrap this pod up. Man, we'll talk. We'll leave you on here. Actually, we'll talk a little bit on the end. But
we'll debrief.
Yes. Thanks, guys, so much for joining us on the podcast. Make sure you're leaving a comment down below. Just let me know what you thought. And if you want to see Erwin and Eccles on the pod, maybe we can make this a regular thing because it was really fun and we all enjoyed it. So yeah, thanks, guys. We'll see you all on the next one. Peace.